Okay, brother, you're supposed to play games. Here, play games.
Hold on, no, yeah, I do.
Okay, do your dip. Dip lip. Hot Memory, available in Germany. I don't think we're gonna...
Have you heard the song?
Panda
I'm rednecker than you.
I have maintained my innocence from that. PangPang!
What about PangPang car?
Please work. Please work.
Oh,
please work.
You have it correctly. Oh!
It is just as beautiful as I always remember
the hell?
it being.
Look at the mixed graphics! It's hand-drawn motion mixed with anti-aliasing.
It's loud.
What's happening?
Do you know what anti-aliasing is? Because you sounded like you were using it wrong.
The background, where like she mixed in. No, I don't. What is
anti-aliasing is when the computer tries to draw a curve, but it draws stairs instead.
Yeah, exactly. So it smooths those out.
It smooths those out. That's anti-aliasing. And the way it does that is by increasing the resolution.
In very specific
just in that specific area,
right?
yeah.
So mixing the two types together always is incredibly jarring and fucking terrible.
I'm the Cheetos cheetah with a green Sentai suit on.
Oh wait, you're the top thing?
I'm the top thing.
Oh, Casey, this is Japan's version of Oh no, they made.
Look at that screen. Look at that.
Oh,
how delicious.
Is that really what it said?
It said how delicious.
It said how delicious?
Yes.
Oh my god. What's the old arcade game where you're the guy? Dig Dug. It's like Dig Dug, but
no,
Japanified.
This is actually a copy of another arcade game, and I can't remember the name of it right now.
Listen to the music.
We wish you Merry Christmas.
What the fuck is this thinking about when it has this music? Shit. Alright.
How delicious.
How ridiculous. It says ridiculous.
Oh.
It's making fun of you.
I prefer my world. I should be able to knock one of these monsters into the other. Yeah, see, I can knock one of them into another one to get like a boosty boy. These these like single screen platformers, there's thousands of these things. What just
you have
happened?
You're riding
in
a
godforsaken land.
You're riding a cloud dolphin.
I am Son Goku.
What?
It was a power-up.
Also, are you a dog with a helmet on?
I am Chester the cheetah.
Okay,
with
also
a green suit and a bike helmet on.
You just won.
There's another level, of course.
You beat all the women, which, by the way,
those are ghosts.
You're a man.
These are ghosts that I'm killing.
Sure, whatever. You're a dog.
I am a cheetah.
Defeating.
Naming.
Oh, naming. PangPang. So, you are a dog space captain fighting worms and squatting ring monster girls.
More importantly, you can teabag, just so you know.
What are they turning into when you beat them?
Balloons? And, the little spinner things, you know, that you blow
like on a
pinwheel.
Pinwheel.
Oh, it's a boss.
What?
And it is glorious in our eyes.
What the hell?
Oh, I have to knock the worms into it. It's a Daruma.
Oh, wait, but you have to pick the right level at which the worms are going to land and become corporeal. My quarters. But what the hell?
Oh, come on.
That was cheap as shit. You are, though. You're like Space Scooby-Doo. Look at you. You're a dog. You're a dog in a space helmet.
Chester Cheetah in a space helmet.
You are Chester Cheetah. You're like Chester Cheetah that went sour. You're stale, old, rotten, moldy Oh, shit. Oh, he's got real animations now, bud. You best watch out.
I gotta go over him. I'm dumb.
Gotta go up top. Come on, retro gaming. You gotta jump over the top of the bad guy.
Boy, he takes up like 4 levels. No, don't turn into a balloon now!
Can you? Okay, yeah, you can jump down.
Wait, so
They just turn into balloons.
sometimes? I don't know.
So what the hell? It's so Japanese. It's amazing.
It might be. Yep, this is old school Japanese where it meant that it was extra weird and with a lot less effort put in.
So yeah, these are the ones that like didn't make it to America because they were like, no, they won't get it. This is too weird.
Well, and a lot of this weirdness is on purpose because that's what appeals to kids. In Japan, this is like their sense of humor.
Also, that was the Tetris.
Bravo!
That was the Tetris music.
Oh, well.
What the hell?
Apparently it's not for kids.
What the hell? Oh my Japan!
That is the last thing
Oh
that
my high five.
What the hell was that?
That is the most Japanese thing ever. You won the game. Here's Beaver.
Way to go, kids!
Wait, seriously, what the fuck? Oh my god, that was
Okay.
amazing.
Well,
oh, that was so good.
You played solo
Yes.
for a while after that experience. Try to
Yes.
find something that's not actually porn.
Okay, Aero Fighters looks like it's gonna work.
Oh, that might be the Aero Fighters that you wanted.
I don't. I'm expecting the plane to turn into naked
5?
ladies at any point now.
5 is coin. 1 is start.
I can only put 9 coins in. Oh my god, how am I gonna win? I'm gonna be Japanese, obviously.
You can put in more anytime
Hey.
you want.
You want to bet the Japanese plane is the best?
I know it's the best.
Oh, look at him! He's got an excellent forehead. Look at him go.
Do you remember Aero Fighters Assault for the 64? Where I would be this guy and I would
shit.
one-shot you with the super beam?
Yes.
Ninja beam! And then I would snipe you from all the way across the map because I saw your dot.
I downloaded. What the hell? Virtual On. I downloaded Virtual On so that Abby and I could play because we played Virtual On in the. We went to Eugene
wait.
and they still had it.
Do you want to know something really cool?
Yes.
Wait, do I have it?
Oh, power! Oh no!
I don't know if I actually have it. There's Virtual On for the Xbox original,
What? Really?
and I own an original Xbox. I
Yes!
think I have Virtual On for it.
Oh, it's so cool!
They made
A Gundam fighting game. It's so awesome.
They made a Japanese version for 360.
Does it just have naked ladies?
What?
No. It's not.
No.
I'm being racist.
Mecha is all you need.
What?
Mecha is all you need.
I don't. What?
You don't need a woman if you have a big, beautiful machine.
Mech. Not. Okay. I was going Arabic with it, and I heard mecha, and
Yeah,
just,
I don't do that whole deal.
Oh. How are people good at bullet hell? This is a bullet hell shooter.
This is like baby's first bullet hell, and
Yeah.
you feel bad about yourself.
I do.
Forever dying.
Oh my god.
Remember how good Evan was at this game?
Yes, I remember that computer being incredibly good at this computer program game.
Where's my... Are you like...
What's happening?
I have a little cauldron with green in it.
What?
Pesto? Maybe it's on the table.
Oh,
It might be on the table.
want something. I want a wooden spatula. That was what's in my butt.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, sad. Merca will never win. Oh shit! I got little spawny flying missile guys. They're great.
Strikers.
Yeah!
Strikers 1940 something.
Yeah! 1945!
Yeah.
That was the other one. That totally wasn't Aero Fighters. Was that one American?
No.
Okay. How come we were so shit in making games until like the 2000s?
Because in the mid-80s, the American video game market crashed.
Yeah, thank you to the fucking E.T. for the Atari whatever.
E.T. was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, because everybody didn't take it seriously, and they're like, fuck video games, and then the Atari was like, yeah.
No, Atari was making, it was about shovelware. People were literally writing video games in a very short amount of time, and then just selling them.
There are shurikens that come out through my laser beam, so you know.
There was just a massive number of crap video games out there, and people were sick of it, so they stopped buying new games.
I genuinely wish that I can't really tell if either the PlayStation or the Nintendo had never existed. If those companies had never existed, I wonder what the games market would be like in America.
It would come back with something.
There would be a different entity for sure, but
It'd just be different names.
what if, like in Japan, arcades were a more serious thing here? If they hadn't just died out for personal consoles, if we'd actually like. If each game really had to sell itself, like, physically... Oh, no, I guess we would just get more shit like this. There'd be less cerebral stuff.
I don't know. I don't know how much distribution affects the content.
A shitload, bro. A shitload. Look at any iOS game. Any stupid... Well, I mean, look at the way iOS games have taken over mainstream games. Loot boxes, buddy! Loot boxes! That's what it turns into.
It started with free-to-play games.
Yeah, but they're not actually free to play. They're free to wait games.
That's the deal. And then they saw how much money you could make with a free-to-play game by charging small amounts over a large amount of time.
Yup.
And they just decided to throw the same thing in the games that people pay full price for.
Yes, but that's not. Those two are supposed to be different entities. God damn it! The free-to-play bullshit games are supposed to be for your tablet, not for your PlayStation.
It did take people about 2 years to call companies out on their bullshit. But they very much did.
But they've come back! It's all the same shit now!
They're trying different stuff. There's been a lot of kickback.
I honestly, I haven't really... I haven't invested in a game since I found Dark Souls. Because nothing scratches my itch like Dark Souls does. And for real, dude, if you're not into Dark Souls, you need to get into it, because...
I've spent close to $1,000 on War Thunder.
On what? On War Thunder? I get it. That's a huge investment, and I understand. And that's a community that you're, like, closely entwined with. I feel like that community also has other... ways you could service them.
How you doing?
Huh?
How you doing?
I like my servicing of my community. It's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I am biased because I would let Dark Souls take every slack orifice that I have. But
you don't have any money.
Man, if you could imagine Skyrim, where you can control the melee, where you control combat way better, that's Dark Souls. Except the story is... The story is at once totally awesome and completely impenetrable at the same time. Like, the story does not matter to the game because the primary gameplay loop, the second to second gameplay is so much fun that the story doesn't matter. And yet, if you pay psychotic amounts of attention to just the world that you're playing in, you will learn the story, and the story is fucking incredible.
So Dark Souls is a woman?
Kind of, yeah. You gotta seduce that bitch. For real, there's a hump. You have to hump Dark Souls.
Okay.
You have to get over the hump because I had it for about almost a year before I really got into it because you have to play it right. The assholes who say, "Oh, you're not playing it right," are usually wrong unless they're talking about Dark Souls. Because if you're going into it like it's any other game, you're fucking playing it wrong. It is its own thing, and it's kind of ruined me for any other thing. Because it's
I'll be around for when you get obsessed with Death Stranding then.
Okay, so is Death Stranding? I don't like interactive stories.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna draw you.
I like stories. I like games with a really good story, but I hate it when the story takes over from gameplay. If they're in the same room, if gameplay and story are like friends, that's the best thing in the world.
It's not.
Oh shit.
It's not all story. I'd say that the gameplay works really, really well into the story.
Okay.
I would also say that nobody's looking to buy a full-price hiking simulator.
Yeah. Thank you, PT. Thank you, Layers of Fear. Thank you, fucking everything that's.
But I suspect
not as good as Stanley Parable.
I suspect that if Kojima made a taking a dump simulator,
people would buy it.
The same amount of polish and story-driven content.
Polish the turd.
Death Stranding, people would be looking for a taking the dump simulator.
Yes, that's the thing. Konami's retarded.
They totally just
seriously
strangled the goose that lays the golden eggs.
For real, like hard. People were wondering, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen with Metal Gear Solid? What's gonna happen to Hideo Kojima?
It wasn't even.
He's gonna be fine because now he doesn't have a leash. He's gonna be able to do the Lucas thing. He's gonna go fucking insane.
He doesn't even have to. You realize that
he doesn't even have to pay for his games anymore. He can Kickstarter them and make the big people buy them before they're made. And they do.
I don't think it would come as much of a surprise to you that the Metal Gear Solid franchise was getting a bit old.
Oh, is it?
But
you mean interject like injecting a character that a brand new fucking kick-ass cyborg character that turns out everybody fucking hates because it's not the original character wasn't good enough for injecting life in the series?
Almost like every good franchise has to die or it lives long enough
you know what?
to become a prosperous.
Oh, I love that. I love that phrase. It's you either die hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Yes, I love that. And that is absolutely Hideo Kojima. It just
So the reason the same reason that Konami couldn't keep him because they have no idea what creativity is.
No! None.
And the funny thing is, if they just let him be creative, they would make
so much.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Could be a flop.
It might be, and that's fine. That's fine because that's like his first thing.
It is a
since he got his own reigns, you know.
It's a fantastic game in terms of polish. It is a beautiful game.
See, I haven't seen it at all, so you're expert here.
All I've done is watch Jack and Boy play it for like 2 hours.
Okay.
but
it looks
it has
good.
the same like pacing and explain everything, but also use terms that also need to be explained.
Oh no. Yeah.
But if you're a clever guy like me, you're like, okay, I get what this is. You know,
You can skip past 30 dialogues
it's
and be like,
fancy
okay,
term for this.
he got punched in the face.
Well, a lot of it is like science talk.
Yes,
And
he's
the, like,
super.
they
He's
introduce-
like H.G. Wells. He really loves explaining how things work.
Yes.
But it's like he looked at the Wikipedia page and read the first sentence and then was like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then just kind of makes up everything else.
Exactly that. And for
Like, look,
example,
this is the Halo recovery
example-
system.
For example, in Death Stranding, there's all this stuff that's weird and mystical about the world, but you can boil it all down to people blow up now and it makes weird stuff happen. Literally, if you go to what's a EPS and what's a BTD, and it's just like,
People die.
I could tell you the real answer, or I
But
can tell you that it all boils down to people blow up now and everything is weird. How does the chiral network work? People
well,
and it makes everything weird.
you see,
What's the deal with everybody going to the beach?
okay, well,
People
humans
blow up
explode currently,
Makes
and
everything weird.
and everything is strangely different than it was.
Yeah.
A different way of saying people blow up now, and now things are weird.
Because it really is the kind of game that's made for smarty pants like me.
Well,
Where everything is like, they throw a bunch of information at you. There's huge menu screens with like all this
too
info,
much.
and they explain half of it with things that also need to be explained.
Yes.
I'm just sitting
yes.
here like, okay, cool, this is great, I love this. But, in between buying the new Call of Duty for January and February, Monster Energy Drink Joe
yeah.
is going to be like,
What the fuck?
I wanted Kojima's next watch somebody's ass while they walk simulator.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, exactly.
I'm watching a dude's ass while he walks.
Dude, no,
with a
insane,
backpack
insane.
on, or it's for $60.
He's been typecast. He really has.
Well, I mean,
He's been
yeah.
typecast really hard, and I don't feel like anything he tries to
what's-
do that is not Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear Solid related is gonna be taken with any kind of sincerity.
People like that little stink of Konami on the game.
Yes, they
A
do.
little sluttishness mixed in, a little something familiar.
Yes.
Even if it's just
Even if they're like, hey, yeah, fuck Konami and we don't like what they're doing to you, Kojima, now go ahead and make something that Konami would have made you make.
Death Stranding could be the most Kojima game to come out since the first Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
On the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Wait, wasn't it on the Super
It was
Nintendo?
originally on the NES.
Really?
There were two Metal Gear Solid games on NES, and then it went to Super.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude has been programming for a long time.
Literally, in the first Metal Gear Solid game, they could only have like 4 characters on screen.
Oh shit. That's crazy. That's putting some crazy processor power into
He
it.
said that he wanted to make it.
That airplane just turned into a skull. I'm
I
sorry.
see that. That's its third phase?
No, it went through like 12 phases of shooting out its own ass. And then once all the asses were gone, it was Psycho Robot. Skull face.
So, Kojima wanted to make an action game,
Oh god.
but instead, you could face a maximum of 3 enemies. So he had to make the enemies really strong, and you kind of weak.
Oh
and it became
shit.
a tactical stealth game because of that.
Oh shit. So again, god damn it. Like Silent Hill 2, really good game made because of its limitations. Like it's really well known, but the draw distance in Silent Hill 2 was absolute shit. because the graphics were okay. Were like really good at the time. So you couldn't see anything past like 10 feet.
Sprite limit as a thing of the past.
Yeah,
I was
right.
molded by it.
Shaped by it. Yes. Do you even know who I am? I'm Hideo Kojima. Wait, I think I won and started over. Yeah.
Beat the game. Yeah.
I did. Yay! It only took me like $30 in quarters.
That was probably only like $6.
Yeah, hey, I'm pretty fucking badass using my ridiculous laser beam that's 10 times bigger than my...
Mama's doing well with the blackjack tables. He can beat it another 2 or 3 times.
You won't cut me a free meal. I'm just gonna take all your black chips. That is a story that she likes to tell as a prideful thing, but is one of my most, like, sickening memories. Like, oh, you are so petty. You're so petty and greedy. You had to be as greedy as you humanly could.
What do
to prove that you were so petty
about the Mega Karen?
Oh.
We did not know her as Mega Karen.
We knew her as Mother. It's so funny because it's sad. This is good content. This is good stuff.
I'm glad you like it because most of it's not getting into the video.
I want you to just give me this file and I'll put it up on my own YouTube channel, and then I'll just, every single one of my views, I'll just link them back to you. It's like, watch this guy. This is where it comes from. He's a youth pastor. But for real though, I have never liked the youth pastors who have never experienced like abuse or loss or... Have you ever seen the movie Gran Torino? With...
I know I have.
oh my god. Super Cowboy Man of the Amazing... Clint Eastwood. Thank you. Yeah. Where he... he's just a fucking badass the whole time, and it's not because he's trying to be a badass, it's because he's real and like... But there's this really, really good, really awesome and wholesome, like, Catholic priest guy who his wife was really close with, and he always has kind of joked about, because he's just a fucking kid, you know, so what could he possibly know about life and death? But it's in the stories of his church, of the people. It's living the life through the people that he lives with, that he experiences life itself. And that point actually comes through at one point, and then Clint Eastwood's like, oh, you came with your pistols loaded today, preacher. And like, he finally earned some respect with the dude, and it's because like for the rest of the movie he'd been talking to him about life and death from a perspective of somebody who's never experienced hardship, let alone like real loss. But he has talked and lived through and had to empathize with people who have actually done that, and that's given him the experience necessary. And it's I like that a lot, because it started out as a movie that seemed like it was going to laugh at religion, and yet really gave it a big boost. Really gave that, like, I love that movie.
It was about the man himself.
Yeah.
Instead of being about some broad issue, it's like, here's a real person.
Here is the specifics of this actual individual, not some, like, oh, God will forgive you because of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's here's your actual personal experience, and here's your legitimate, real world.
You want to know something cool, brother? I mean, besides the fact that you're sleeping with a Bible spy.
I am. I really am.
I mean, technically, that's sleeping with the enemy.
Right? God.
But the Bible says for Christians that we go through all kinds of fiery trials. And, I mean, we're talking about people that literally get lit on fire,
Yeah,
so there's a fiery trial for you.
Yeah.
But,
that's...
I mean, this is literally at the time that Paul wrote that, people were being dipped in wax and lit on fire.
Fucking human candles. That's pretty messed up, man.
Universal asshole Emperor Caligula, who was hated by literally everyone.
Everyone, especially the people in his own... in Rome. Hey, you know what I've noticed? He'd be sitting at a party, and he'd be like, you know what I've noticed? I could just snap my fingers and all your throats would be cut. He would just say that to the members
Also,
of his fucking
the man
party.
who ended up murdering him was the head of his guard. And one of the things that Caligula did...
Kinslayer, you might say?
One of the things that Caligula, and openly... very every kind of sexual man, not because he wanted to be sexual.
No, because he wanted to oppress.
He delighted in
up.
offending people's sense of decency. He would have the head of the Praetorian Guard. He would give the watchword for the day. So this is the password, right?
Yeah.
And the head of the guard would have to give it to all of his officers, and they'd have to give it to literally every soldier. And he would make them say gay shit. And these are guys who were very much offended by that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's kind of fucking hilarious.
The guy that he did that to ended up killing him.
The password for today is my cock in your ass.
How about no?
And he's just like, I can't fucking take it anymore.
You know what? This is gonna stop today. So that's all. I'm just talking about. This is the character of the guy who was literally dipping people in wax and saying, "Behold, Christians, the light of the world."
The light of the world. Yeah, look,
and
look,
he would
the
light
candles.
them on fire and have them impaled on stakes for his dinner parties. So this is the guy who was literally burning people as candles, and the Apostle Paul says, "Yeah, you guys are experiencing these fiery trials." Because God is going to comfort you with the same comfort that you give to others when they go through things. And that puts a very powerful perspective on suffering as a Christian, because we don't have to. We get to.
We get to
and it
suffer.
Makes us more useful in helping other people.
That is not untrue, god damn it. Every trauma and grief and addiction counselor I've ever spoken
they
to.
They have to go through things or they get no respect.
Oh, not only that. It's not only, and I'm intellectual enough to know that the people who aren't getting the respect, that's why.
Says a man wearing suspenders in a Dunefest 2013.
Oh my god, stop! It's not even mine!
Dip in his
it's
lip.
not even mine! But...
Carry on.
But really...
Now that we've established
those people... Fuck! But really, those people... They don't have the right things to say.
Yeah.
They simply...
Can't.
They don't. They can't.
They just can't.
They can't understand. They're trying to teach you a better way.
All they can do is listen at that point.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Which is great. But it is not.
It
is not advice. And if I'm already smarter than you, I'm not going to fucking listen to any kind of advice that you have anyway.
Wait, you feel like you're smarter than people?
It's like I'm a fucking sociopath,
like
man.
Curse, isn't it, brother?
Have you watched
It's
Rick
really
and Morty?
hard.
Have you watched Rick and Morty?
It's really hard to ditch that. No,
bro.
I don't watch shows
It's
anymore.
fucking silly, and it's
shows.
Absolutely ridiculous. But it is nice to know that there are other people out there who
Torture
fucking
geniuses.
Yes, and I hate that shit because I'm not. I don't want to be that guy who's like, I'm smarter than everybody, so I fucking hate the world.
But it's easy to feel that way.
It really is. And especially working at a place where I service the public on the daily.
Tell me more. About the pumps.
Dude. So there's the guy who makes all the chainsaw carvings of Donald Trump in our town.
Okay, yeah.
There's that guy.
I've seen his work.
I had no idea the amount of human beings who actually support that creature. The women, dude, women who support him like they are his god.
It's, you
and
know.
He is the most fucking horrifyingly sexist piece of shit I could ever imagine being in charge of anything, and he's in charge of the country, which I can't fucking talk about that shit very much because it just
makes you too mad.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Physically, actually hurts.
Well, and you've actually been, you know, experiencing, if we'll put it this way, the results of the decisions of politicians. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Where average people pay the price, and the thought that someone you don't respect is in control,
dude, that hurts.
Means a lot more to you than it does to me, because you've been there.
That already burnt so bad. Having somebody who's incompetent being in charge of you is the worst feeling in the fucking world.
Yeah.
It is. But that is just the territory you go into when you join the military. Is the person above you is going to be a kiss-assy idiot.
You want to know something
at some
really
point
cool
at wherever you go, they're
about worshiping the God of the universe?
He's not fucking incompetent.
The designed reality.
He's not an incompetent piece of shit.
We're all mouth-breathing infants compared to him, and that's putting it very nice. No, we're like...
That's very nicely.
We're like the eye of the potato compared to him.
I mean...
And you know what?
It's okay.
He really is in control.
It's really fun.
All the time of everything.
Yeah, but
and
see...
he set up a game for us to win. And people can decide to lose.
And we do, I personally, myself, I do constantly, because I like the fact that I have free will. I like the idea that I'm in charge and that my fuck-ups are mine and no one else's. And I hate the assholes who, like... Well, I gambled away all my fucking money. I guess that was just God's plan. But that's...
It's not
that's me being tainted by the idiots of humanness.
You know, as soon as
you
say that, you know that that's just an excuse that people hide from accountability.
Yes, yeah, exactly. See, I'm smart enough to understand that they are just trying to get out of whatever they did by blaming it on God's will.
You know,
that is any statement that you make about God that calls his character into question is kind of silly, because how could you?
Well, the thing that makes that ridiculous is he really did design reality. He really did. And reality is perfect proof that it has been designed. Time is freaking digital.
Yeah.
Which is something we discovered. There is a minimum unit of time. There's a minimum unit of space.
You know what? Coming to think about it.
There is literally a program to reality that we're not in control of.
Okay, there's
organized.
There's a series of books that God damn it, I cannot remember the name of them right now, but they're like magic in the real world exists, and so does like the supernatural and everything, but it's more along the like the main character of the books is basically like an IT guy.
Yeah.
Like he goes in to fix shit.
Reality.
Because reality's programmable.
Is programmed.
Yes, and therefore in that's the premise of the book is that reality's programmed and therefore programmable, and therefore you can fix the programming when somebody fucks with it.
Yeah. Well,
and people can fuck with it.
Whenever you want to get on dealing with the problems with time and space, you just go ahead and plug in. but the idea, if he can handle the understanding of how to make life possible on Earth and nowhere else.
No, well, not a fucking future space scientist, but I like very much the idea
I know
that they're somewhere else in
be.
this infinite universe.
It's not infinite, by the way.
Okay, no, absolutely. By its definition,
Because
cannot be.
Because the
Infinite.
universe had a beginning.
It will.
It has a limit.
Exactly.
Because it can only accelerate so much.
Absolutely. By the simple laws of human physics, it has a beginning and an end.
From what we
No, I
understand
get
of physics, there is a limit to space.
Absolutely.
At least the space
that we understand.
Yeah.
Yes. And taking apart multiverse theory and all that bullshit, it's still fine. Yes.
Multiverse theory is just an escape hatch for people that don't.
No, I don't. Whatever.
To explain their bullshit
and,
with anything that actually.
and
really
in one
exists.
of the past multiverses, I was a fucking dragon, and in one of the other ones, I was. You know what? You know what I really love?
What is it?
The section of Otherkin. You know what Otherkin is, right?
Pretend I do.
Otherkin, or they're the people who legitimately believe because of like.
Are they like furries but aliens?
Yes, they're furries.
Oh.
No, they're furries, but they're like dwarves and dragons and elves and shit.
No.
Because
You've been to Eugene.
Because of past lives and shit. Yeah. Fucking shit. No, man. California. There are some like counties. It's just okay. It's just assumed that you're fine if you walk around with fucking dragon scales and shit on.
Well, I mean, if somebody's selling and you're buying, that's
Then
just
exactly.
free economy.
Oh my god, I know. It's so sad. But there's another section of those are the otherkin. There's a sect of them that the otherkin are kind of embarrassed about.
There's always
They're called otaku-kin. My brother, they believe they were anime characters in a past life because on the basis of all multiverse theory, all universes, all possibilities are possible. And so they could have been fucking Goku.
You want to know something?
Huh.
Physicists that teach or anybody that teaches the whole multiverse theory
could be on board.
At the heart of that teaching is the same amount of bullshit. Because you say, maybe there's no proof for this in the real world that we can actually witness. But trust me, there's another world where this all makes sense.
Okay,
and that is, you know what that is?
I'm down with like hypothetical and theoretical.
Religion at that point.
It really is. It's just another religion. It's just saying, trust me because I said.
And
you saved Mao. You saved Mao.
You don't even want to believe in that world.
No,
that
it's so
sucks.
dumb.
Because every world that doesn't require you to be transformed still leaves you an asshole at the end of the day.
You know what? But then I have no responsibility.
Yeah.
So it's like super easy.
Accountability
and like
dodge.
I don't anything I did or do, and it doesn't matter.
It's accountability dodge. Yep.